Okay, I believe I have it back. Let me give it one moment. I apologize to everyone out there. I My audio was out for the first bit. Let me get back to the comments. Okay. Hey, let me try that again. This is episode 5 of Crested Conversations here on the Geckoverse podcast channel. My name is Josh. Today we're going to be getting into my breeding schedule for 2025, and a good sneak peek at my 2026 pairings as well. So if you've been wanting to see those, join in and we're going to get that started here, okay? So last episode, we talked about breeding crested geckos. Okay, we learned about how to breed them and how to, from the beginning all the way to the end, how to breed them. So if you have any questions on how to breed crested geckos, please go watch that video. And if you have any questions after that, please reach out to me. So this week we're going to be getting into my breeding schedule. All right, so I will start with the first pairing that I just got babies from this week, the 31st and 1st. So it is very exciting. Hello, welcome in. Let me go ahead and go over to Instagram here. So this right here is from my quad stripe group. This is Ocho. He is now with the Tarantula's Den on Instagram. Ocho here is a yellow partial quad stripe. I say partial because he's missing 2 pins right there. Ocho is a very, very sweet boy. He has very nice structure as well. So with structure, you're looking for this short nose right here, a very wide head where you can do a triangle on top, and then a triangle on bottom here as well. And you want that dorsal as wide here as it is down there, so you can just see how perfect it is, how wide it is there, all the way down. Perfect structure on this guy right here. He has that nice yellow base and then a nice white wall right there as well with that quad stripe. For quad stripes, as long as they're almost full to full quads, they will produce full quads. This pair, they're both partial quads, but they produced full quad on their first baby that I will be showing you. So that one hatched just a couple days ago. Like I said, they hatched out at 2 grams, just like I like. Let me come back here, see if I have any comments real quick. Hello, hello. We're good for now. I'm just making sure my audio's still working. Oh, I didn't even share my screen. I am tripping. Sorry. That mess up really messed me up. Okay. This is Ocho. I apologize. Thank you for bearing with me. This is Ocho, the yellow quad stripe. We're going to get there. Thank you. So, short nose here, triangle on top, triangle on bottom, and then the wide dorsal. Okay? Now you can see. I apologize for not sharing the screen before. I got it now. All the way down, you want it just like that. You can see nice yellow, white wall, quad line, like I was mentioning. He does not have any spots on him. Aphrodite does, or she did. When she hatched out, she had like 17 oil spots on her, and as she grew up, all of them faded. I have seen one spot on one of the babies, so it can still produce spots, but I'm hoping to try to breed that out to where they don't produce spots. Fingers crossed that works. But another cool thing about Ocho, right here along the knee, that white, you call that kneecaps. And the white on the back leg here, that white there, you call it the fringe. So that's the fringe, that's the kneecaps. Let me go back. Hey, Northern Herberg, good to see you. Welcome into the chat. Let's get over to Aphrodite, the mother. So, Aphrodite comes from the dad, Helios, or not Helios, sorry, Hercules. Hercules is from Altitude Exotics. Brian over there, I've talked about him a lot, love him. Hercules has the C2 gene, so Aphrodite here got that gene as well. The C2 gene takes all of the muddy pigment and makes it very, very bright. So this base that you see here gets almost perfect black. She fires up so nicely. And then this pinning along here, how bright white it is. perfect, and uh, I love how the crests here are orange and then go white. That's always been something I've been a fan of. But again, she has really nice eyelashes and crests all the way down. Again, a nice wide dorsal and really nice patterning. I love the white wall. Again, she is a partial pen, but we're getting past that because they can produce fulls, like I mentioned. So, again, very sweet gecko. I don't pair wild geckos together just because I believe that it can be passed down, and I don't want a wild gecko, so I know no one else would want to have a really wild, jumpy gecko that they can't handle a lot. Um, so I aim to do that and handle them as much as I can. The mother, Athena, she wasn't sold to me as a pixel, but I believe Athena has pixel in her. I bought her back when pixel wasn't really a thing. People weren't really working with it yet. And so I believe she has pixel because this looks pixel-ish to me. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that looks any pixelated at all? This is from the daughter. Okay. Can you see it now? Hey, D's Gex, how you doing? Can you see the other screen now? Sorry, Northern Harper. It said I shared it. And so it shows that I'm sharing it now. You don't see my Instagram? Hold on. Window. Entire screen? Yeah, I told it to share my entire screen. So are you just seeing this, or do you come in and see my Instagram at all? Okay, hold on. Because it shows that I'm sharing screen. And so that doesn't help at all if I'm sharing it or I'm talking about it and you don't. Chrome tab. Oh, okay. Let me do. Okay. Okay, I got it now. Okay. Can you see it now? Or did you see it there, Northern Harper? I had it on for a second. You don't see it here? I have Instagram right here. I am so. It literally showed. Not to see. Give me a moment. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. Let me. Okay, can y'all see that now? Sorry, Northern Harper. I'm working with this now. Uh, shoot, it shows that I'm sharing you now. Okay, perfect. There we go. We figured it out together. I apologize. This is my first time using that. So again, my first pairing that I'm showing you here is my quad stripe group. Ocho here, yellow quad stripe male, partial right there. Perfect structure as you can see going through again. I apologize, y'all. Thank you. They just said you could. Okay, so really nice structure here. Very sweet boy. All good. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. I thank y'all for clearing that up. Hopefully, we'll be good for the rest of this evening as I try to figure it out. Thank you for bearing with me. So, again, very nice crests, nice structure here up top, beautiful yellow on the side, kneecaps right there, and white fringe on the back. I'm just going to check again, just make sure. I apologize. This is my first time doing the share screen, so thank you for bearing with me. So here, Ocho and Aphrodite, she has that really nice, almost black base, and you are going to see almost pixelated here, as I was saying earlier, pixel. Can y'all see? Do y'all think that looks pixelated to you? Because to me, I thought her mom had it, and I don't know. He's handsome. Yes, thank you, Northern Harper. He's very very sweet boy. Um, I just needed room, so he had to go for now. But again, beautiful white penning, almost like, I hate to say paper white because you can't get paper white, but extremely white. And I love how, like I was saying before, you have the yellow tips right here, crests that go into the white. Something I'm really a fan of. And then we're gonna go on. So those were the two quad stripes that I had, and I will show the babies later because I don't want to screw up the share screen. I'll bring them out or show them to you on my phone real quick. Uh, but so let me get into my next pairing. That it's actually very exciting. I found eggs from her today when I got back home from work. All right, this is Scarlet. Okay, Scarlet came from Tara Lee Cresties, I believe. Uh, Scarlet, she is a lavender, extreme harlequin crested gecko, okay? She is phenomenal. So the thing with lavenders is that lavender will produce reds, okay? So she has been able to produce a red before. It did not survive out of the egg. It didn't incubate long enough. But she has produced a red before. And so with her and Helios that I'm pairing her to, that I'll show you in a moment, I'm hoping to get some lavender and hopefully red. What you can't see on her is under this chin here. It's her chin is red, okay, and that is called blushing. That is the blushing trait when it is all red up under her chin. All right, let's see, 3 minutes. So very very beautiful. Again, great structure. I'm always making sure when I breed crested geckos I have great structure. Very wide dorsal all the way down. And I love how drippy she gets here. If you can see right down below the dorsal is that kind of yellowish all the way down there. I love that. And then the extreme patterning. I mean, that is insane, right? Like that is a ton of patterning. She does have one spot, but we're gonna Helios doesn't have any, so hopefully we don't get any. She has produced kids before with like one spot, so it's actually kind of funny that I've paired geckos with one spot and they've produced geckos with one spot as well. It's kind of weird that it's only thank you Northern Herper, that she produced like one spot and it's constantly like passed down. It's weird, but so she's going to be breeding for the second time for me this year. She bred 2 years ago, I believe, almost 3 years ago now. But so yeah, I just got eggs from her today. So in 3 months, I will have, or yeah, 3 to 4 months, I will have extreme Harlequin lavender geckos. She's a little jumpy. She likes to have a mind of her own, but super super sweet girl, and she is paired with Helios here. Okay, I'll give you a minute. Just take him in, like how incredible. I've shown you here on Crested Conversations what he's looked like before, but like damn, right? Like he is so nice. Like you can see why I would want to breed him, right? He is very very nice. I love everything about him. Really, he is from Rockstar Geckos. If I did not mention already, um, this kind of looks lavender-ish, but I don't. I'm gonna wait. I can probably just call that brown as well, or like a little grayish. I'm not gonna say lavender because he doesn't have the blushing trait up under his face there, and he's a first-time breeder as well. So I have to prove him out to see if the red just comes from Scarlet or if he has any in him as well. But I was talking about the drippy trait. Like, look at this. Look how crazy this is. He has it from here, right at his eyeball. Okay? It starts there. It goes down his entire body, y'all. That drippiness goes down his entire body. Like, come on, I need some for that. Like, how crazy is that? Thank you, Northern Herper. Yeah, he is insane. All of that patterning. I love how like the white goes almost like a quarter of the way down. Not a quarter. Okay, I'm exaggerating, but look how far down that goes. All the way down. Okay, and then this super wide head, the super wide. It doesn't look that wide in the picture, but he has a wide dorsal as well that goes all the way down, and then again tricolors. I love working with tricolors. I love producing tricolors. I'll have another group that I'll show you here in a few minutes. But look how much patterning that has. How high white, high orange that is. It is orange. It kind of looks yellow, but he is orange in person. And I love how he has here. It looks like a little heart and then a little lightning bolt. I mean, legs covered in pattern, and yeah, just incredible gecko. Thanks. That's funny, Northern Herper. So let me get into my next. Yeah, there we go. My next group. So he is actually. I have not been able to get a successful lock from them yet, but he is going to be the next male for this lady here, Peaches. Okay, Peaches. This is Scarlet's daughter. So I am breeding the male to the mother and the daughter. I'm never gonna intertwine those babies, obviously, in breeding. I keep very clear like lineage written down on my phone, everywhere. I have it online. You can see here I have my own like little coding system. Um, I can go over that one episode on like how to create cool drip drops. Thank you, Clint. Yeah, I love I love how drippy he is. That's just insane amount of drip on a gecko. But yeah, so I'm going to be pairing Helios to Peaches here. Peaches is a tricolor extreme harlequin lily white, and you can see she is a lavender as well. She has very, very nice patterning. She has the red blushing trait up under her chin. Look how cute she is. Just resting on that peach. But so she has the red up under her chin, so she has the ability to produce reds as well. So I'm looking to get a lot of reds. You'll see the special look into next year's breeding schedule. You'll see another red as well that I'm working with. But so you see here the drippy trait as well. Not all the way down, but it starts like right there at the neck or at the dorsal and goes all the way down. So I'm hoping with Helios to create that again, the drippy from the eye all the way down and just get it as low as I can. And another thing with the lily whites that I like is this quad line that you have here. I love the drippiness that comes up from it too. All that spreads up. You can see all of this that spreads up here. I love how far that you can like almost get completely white lily whites, and the babies that I've gotten from her brother Heisenberg are incredible looking already. You can see those on my Instagram. I can show them here later as well after I get through showing these geckos here. Yeah, I can't go wrong with lily whites. This so Peaches here and Heisenberg are the first lily whites that I've produced. I got them, or I was able to produce them because Olivia over at Surreal Exotics, uh, she had a lily white named Steel pretty much looks exactly like my Heisenberg. Okay, and we did a partnership, and then I got two lily whites from it and an extreme Harlequin Sunshine, which you will see her later because she will be a part of next year's breeding groups. So I'm really excited to keep getting into lily whites, just producing amazing structure with them while getting tons of pattern, tons of like coverage and all of that. I love orange and white together. I just love the combination. I love oranges on my geckos, Georgia peaches. You know, we got to be orange. So that is going to be my lily white group for this season. Okay. And then I have one more group that I'm going to show you here. This is my tricolor group. All right. So you saw my tricolor with Helios, with peaches, and Scarlet is not a tricolor. She is just yellow. It looked white in there because it's kind of faded as she's gotten older. I believe she's, what, 5 years old now? Yeah, I think she's 5. But yeah, so super nice. Uh, but here's another great example coming from hmm, Hercules and Aphrodite or Athena. So this is the sister to Aphrodite that we saw in my quad stripe group. Or sorry, no, it's not. It's not Hercules. It was Nike. Sorry, Nike and Athena. Okay, Nike is. I sold him. Oh my, yeah, yeah. She is super nice. I love her patterning. I love. She did not get the drippy trait. Okay, but she does have the white spot trait that you can see here. So, as I've discussed before, that's how the trait shows up. You will see it as a white. I wouldn't say that is a white spot because it's right there with the portholes. So that would be portholes right there, but white spot, two white spots right there, white spot there as well. And so that's how it'll show up. I'm hoping with pairing her to Olympus that I will get very nice quads. Or sorry, not quads. I was distracted. Very nice tricolors with the drippy trait, hopefully. If not, white spot is really cool. It looks like just like little paint splatter on them. I like that as well. So she is going to be a first year breeder as well. So I love how dark her base is here. Nike was a very, very like black gecko. Again, high. He had very high white on him, and he had a little bit of orange, but most of this orange is coming from Athena. Okay, I love, like I said, the orange and white over top of each other, and I'm hoping pairing with Olympus that I'll show you here in a moment that I'm gonna get just a lot more coverage here, almost all the way up to the top. Okay, I'm trying to get as much coverage as I can and get these legs and arms covered in pattern as well. There's already a good bit, but just like with extremes, I want to go as extreme as possible. So I have, again, very, very, very white crests and dorsal here. I mean, look at that. Beautiful structure, very short nose. Okay. And then wide head, wide door. You can't see it there because also the white's tricking you. Okay. All of this right here because the crests are here, but the dorsal starts there. Okay. So it's from there to there. Very wide dorsal all the way down. Very excited to see what she can produce. I have 6 eggs from them already. Okay, so I'm within another month or so, I should have babies from them. Really excited to get that. And here is the male I got from Southern Girl Geckos. Okay, this is Olympus. Give you a second to take him in again. that white that comes all the way in. I mean, look how white that dorsal is. Nice wide dorsal as well. One thing I noticed on him, his eyes look kind of weird, but it's not because he's dehydrated or anything. He has water every single day. Everything is just a little funky. But nonetheless, I mean, we're all a little funky in our own ways, am I right? But all of this white here, and then that orange coming up underneath, perfect. And then he has a little drippiness that you can see coming down. Not not a whole lot. I was wrong in my statement before, but he does have white spots. Okay, you can see right here, white, and that's not it. White spot, and then but there's a couple drips too. So it's interesting to see both. I haven't seen many geckos with both, so that's pretty cool. Again, very nice. They're both first years, so they are. It took a minute for them to get to know what they were doing, but they finally figured out. He's gorgeous. Love the colors. Thank you, Northern Herper. I appreciate that. Yeah, he is super nice. So that is the geckos that I am breeding this season. Let me see if I can get you back on here. Remove that. Okay. Okay. Are we back to me? Can y'all see me? Are we back? We back, baby, right? Let me know. I'm counting on you, Northern Herper. You're my main fan, okay? You're my number one fan so far. You've been to the most episodes. You've been here with me the majority of the time. I appreciate the hell out of you. You are awesome. There we go. Okay, we are back. Okay, so let me get. Do you want to see babies first, Northern Herper, or do you want to see a couple of geckos I'm going to pair up next season? I'll let you decide. You decide how this is going to go. You want to see a couple of the babies that just hatched, or do you want to see a couple pairings that for next season first? Well, you decide. I'm going to get some water real quick, okay? Northern Herper says babies. We're going to look at some babies, y'all, okay? One. Okay, so this is going to be the first baby, okay? The first baby out of Aphrodite and Ocho, all right? So the ones that I just said hatched the 31st and 1st. This first one is what hatched out on the 31st, okay? So we're going to get a look right there. Can you get a good look at it? It is a very nice, let me see if I can get it out a little. There we go. So just a little tiny thing. This is a full quad stripe. So like I was saying before, oh no, hold on. Let me see if it needs to be a darker background to get it in focus more. So another visual of how I have my baby bins set up. Okay, pool noodle, these, and then I get another pool noodle, cut it in half. Okay, I dig out the inside so they can go under. I do leave some of the area textured, like going down, so that they have a little place so that they can feel like they're snuggling with it or whatever. I don't know if it actually works, but I like to think that it comforts them. Okay, so there you go. Already showing the quad? Yeah. There we go. Yeah. And then the dorsal coloring is very cool too. That pattern in the dorsal is very nice. And then let's see if I can get around to the side here. It's kind of hard to see. There we go. I'm gonna be sideways, but he has that nice white wall like Ocho has. But he has a little bit of patterning above that quad line from Aphrodite. So that is That is the first one that I hatched out. Okay. Let me put his, or its, because you don't, ooh, actually, hold on. You can see that side. You can see that quad line on it. Yeah, he's like, oh, it's not Pimp My Ride, but it's like when they MTV did the Cribs, MTV Cribs. Hey MTV, this is my crib. Welcome in. He's like, I'm looking around just like you are. Okay, so that was the first baby that I had hatch out here for the 2025 breeding season. I am very excited about that. Let me close this up and get out the second baby that hatched, okay? Or get him to where y'all can see him. Okay, so this is the second one. It hatched out as a partial pen. It's missing one singular, okay, one uno pen. So making it a partial instead of a full quad stripe. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. See, I told you, as babies, they are very jumpy. Oh, okay. I don't want to freak them out. Beautiful head, too. See, Northern Herper, I've heard that before, but thank you. Oh, you were talking about the geckos, my bad. Yeah. They hatch out with really, really good structure as well. That is because I, of course, am pairing beautiful structured geckos. But look at that dorsal. Look how insane! Like that is so interesting to me. But but yeah. So they have. I'm incubating at 68 degrees. Look, he's trying to get up, but he can't because I misted it. But so I incubate at 68 degrees so that it is incubate or the eggs are incubating for usually 95 to 120 days. These hatched out at day 115 and 116. So the longer you incubate, the better structure that you're going to get out of them. Okay, so you can see at the very bottom, almost near his tail, he's missing, or it is missing. Yep, 68. Yep. That's what I found. I learned that from Brian, Altitude Exotics. Let's see if you can move around to the side here. All, but yeah. So these guys are very small. Like, I show my finger, and that's them. Okay, so this guy is about 3 to 4 inches long right now. Okay, and 2 grams. When you incubate them longer, they're gonna be healthier. They're gonna weigh more. They're gonna be stronger. Um, very nice. I love how it's starting to look like a super stripe as well. They're not. It's not from a super stripe. I'm not claiming it's a super stripe at all. Okay, don't quote me that. Oh, it's a super stripe. No. Okay, it's not a super stripe. But I love how the pinning and the pen stripes are like filling into the dorsal. Yeah, you see that Northern Harper? Yeah. I love how the pens are going into, so it's like starting to look like a super stripe, but it's not. I think that also has to do because this is from Aphrodite, the one that I showed that I thought had the pixel gene. So yeah, that is. I think that is also playing a part in here too. Really nice. Thank you, Northern Harper. I appreciate that. Um, do you want to see? I have two babies from. They hatched this year, but they were from last year's pairing from Georgia. My very first gecko that I produced, and Mort. He was a tiger crested gecko that I have sold this year as well. Let me know while I put her away, or do you want to just get into what I'm gonna pair next year? I'll get out a couple of those geckos and let you see. But yeah, this one, the second one, the one I just showed you is the one that I saw one spot on. So even if you don't think you have spots on them, well, I told Aphrodite had spots, but I don't see any more on her now. They will still produce spots. So let me put these up real quick. All right, so I'm just go ahead and get them, or it's your decision, Northern Herper. You in it for the long haul. more babies, or do you want to see a couple of these adults? Let me know. It's you. It's all you. So, next week, or next episode on Crested Conversations, while we wait for Northern Herper, we're going to be having our second guest on the show, okay? We're going to be having DJ from Wayne's Geckos coming on. Really cool adults. All right, we'll do that in 1 second. DJ is really cool, dude. I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe I I vended the first reptile show that he went to. I believe, because he got 2 geckos from me. He was I think, one of the first or the first person to ever buy a gecko from me. Um, no, he was. He was the first person to ever buy a gecko from me. So, huge fan of DJ. He has amazing geckos. We're going to see what his operation is like on the 17th. Really excited to have him on here. DJ is a really cool guy, and excited to have him on and show y'all what he is doing and producing, because he takes really good care of his geckos. We're going to see how he does that. Let me see if I can get this guy out. So this guy, I've showed him before. His name is Adonis. I got him at a reptile show this year from Repti Dons is his name, okay? Oh, there he is. And I didn't think, he didn't look. Wait, hold on, never mind. I did not. This is Adonis from Tom at Southern Raised Exotics. Okay? Adonis, we're not talking about Reptidons. We'll talk about him in a second, okay? This is Adonis from, let me do this. This has always worked out better. So he is actually going into shed, okay? But beautiful tricolor male. Let me see if I put him on here. He's not big enough right now, but for 2026, okay? Beautiful, amazing pattern on here. Has the drippy trait right there, okay? He has a nice dorsal. It could be better, but I love how floppy his crests are. Love that true variation, yeah. So, sorry, it's kind of a weird angle, but his crests are just very, very floppy. Look at that. You can see his mask where he's starting to shed. It's not going there. Look at that. That's so cool. He's like, I am Spider-Man. But, so you can see how his crest flop over right here. I would not consider him a crowned. The parents weren't crowned, crested. They just had really, really nice crests on them. So again, real nice. You'll see a little bit of my boob. But again, really nice pattern on this side. That white, the tri variation, yeah. It's hard to see now, but most of the white is on top of the orange. Yeah, he is sweet. He's behaving nicely for me. Now let me get him back in, because he's shedding. I want to make sure that he's doing good. Look at him. It's like, hello, world. Okay, give me 1 moment, and I will get who I'm going to pair him to. So, very nice tricolor. Again, I'm going to keep working with tricolors. They do great for me. So that is the male. And he is going to be going with, again, another sibling of Aphrodite and Tiger's Eye. This is from the same pairing as Tiger's Eye, so she's a full sibling to her. But it's crazy how different they are as well. She is very, very pretty. She is a yellow. Let me get her here. If she'll behave. Okay. She's fired down as well right now. But she's still a very, very nice gecko. Okay, so let me put her down here and grab y'all. This is who Adonis is going to, right here, okay? So she has more of a brown base color when she fires up. She wants to be a little jumpy. So she has a brown base color and then really, really nice white or very nice yellow on the sides. So she is not orange, she is yellow. But again, very nice. You can see I'm working with that where it almost comes off as like tiger patterning, that extreme patterning that's coming in. All that. Thank you, Northern Herper. Very pretty indeed. But yeah, so she will be a first year breeder. She'll be, I think, 4 years old next year. I just hadn't had the right male for her. That's the name of the game for me. Again, great structure. Great structure. Going down. Really nice patterning on the sides there as well. Yeah, the yellow toes. Oh, sorry. I love having the pattern on the toes as well. So that is going to be one of my tricolor groups for 2026. Okay, now let me get out Glacier, who I was talking about from Repti Dons. Okay, I'm really excited about this pair. So Glacier, he is a very high white, extreme Harlequin, lily white. Okay, I did not think he is a very, very low expression lily white. Uh, the quad line that you usually see with them is very, very low on him. And I'll show you that in a second here. So I've had him too long. I bought him this year as well. So he's not super acclimated to me, okay? But are you ready? Are you ready for it? Oh, no, don't ruin it. Don't ruin the podcast. Damn. So you can see he has that quad line all the way at the very bottom here. When I saw him at the show, I did not see that. He wasn't as fired up. But yeah, super nice. And it's kind of hard to see with the flash. Thank you. Yeah, I was so excited to pick him up. So this is the next pairing that I'm going to have. Thank you. You're not going to believe. How much do you think I paid for him? Northern Herper. But yeah, he has all that drippy coming down. And he actually has, I don't know if you can see it, this orange line right underneath the pen, like with the pen line here. Can you all see that? That orange line that goes right under it all the way down? That's super 500. I paid 180. Yeah. He said he was getting out of Crested and just focusing on frogs. Yeah, I've seen MPB Cresties. He had one like this. I forgot the name of the gecko. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't crazy. But I love this all white. Okay. And that dorsal is super interesting too. I've never seen a dorsal like that patterning. You can see the head as well. Very, very wide dorsal. But yeah, so that dorsal is super interesting to me too. I kind of wanted to replicate that. And then you can see on this side here, again, just super, super white. That high white with that drippiness coming all the way down. I just love that. Boop. So that was Adonis. All right, so he made his exit. I will get his pairing mate out. Sorry, I mixed them up again. I apologize. That's Glacier. Okay, Glacier. And this next one is going to be Sunshine. If I can find it. So Sunshine is a daughter of Scarlet. So a full sibling to Peaches and Heisenberg. Okay? Oh, y'all are way up there. Oh, it's because I got that. Okay, Peaches and Heisenberg. So she is going to be paired with Glacier. Sorry, you're going to get this weird angle until she cooperates. A lot of yellow. Okay, so I'm trying to get like maybe try to make a tricolor or just more whites and yellows. I'm hoping to get a lot more yellow or whites out of them. So we're getting a really nice extreme Harlequin. Really nice dorsal. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited to use her. Really nice structure as well. She's about to jump on me. But yeah, so I produced her. She's about 3 years old. Yeah, from November 7th of 2022. That's when she hatched. But she looks lavender to me, but is kind of brown as well. I'm not going to label her a lavender until I can prove it out. Of course, that's how all, yeah, very high pattern, just like Scarlet, her mom. So yeah, you can see here at the very top, that pattern that kind of comes in at the top pattern. It looks just like Scarlet's pattern. Sorry, she jumped onto my shoulder. Let me get her. She's going on a trip. Okay, but yeah, so very, very nice. Zoom, yeah. So again, I say I breed for calm geckos, but just like us, we freak out sometimes, right? We're allowed to freak out a little bit every once in a while. So I'm not going for quad stripe here. Like I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for pattern. Pattern, pattern, pattern. Okay, so that right there is Sunshine, and she is going with Glacier. Let me get out. I have one more pairing I want to show you that I'm going to do. And if you remember from earlier in the broadcast, I told you I'm going to be doing reds. Okay? Love reds. I've shown this gecko before. I've shown both of them before. But let me get her out here. So I've been working on this project for a long time. I wanted a red gecko, honestly, because I wanted to name one Charizard. Okay, I'm gonna name the first red one I get is naming Charizard. Okay. But that wasn't the only reason. Okay, of course not. It's because I think reds are really cool as well. I'm only, like I mentioned before, I'm only breeding stuff that I think is really cool. That I would love to work with. If I'm not extremely passionate about it, what's the point of breeding it? Really, like that's how I think about it. All right, let's see. She'll cooperate here. This is Ketchup. So she looks rust red on camera. Okay, I will admit that she looks rust red on camera, but in person, well, she's kind of fired down now too. But in person, she is very, very red. Okay, and she comes from H and H Cresties. Okay, and I love that dorsal. Okay, the parents are both charcoals. Okay, both charcoal. So the dad from her, she produces 75% black, 25% red. So this was the one baby that got the red gene from them. And so I'm pairing her to an all black, like patternless, or sorry, phantom. He's a phantom that I just got this year as well. So yeah, she has very nice structure, you can see here. And I love how that dorsal is just black, special gecko. Thank you. But yeah, so can't really. There we go. But yeah, so she has a couple portholes. I'm not looking to increase the portholes on her. I think a lot of people have already done portholes on patternless geckos and phantoms. I'm trying to get as patternless as possible with them. Okay, there's already incredible geckos out there that have the the porthole dripping all the way down, like just incredible geckos like that. I'm not trying to do that. People have already created amazing versions of that. I want to go completely patternless and try to get as little as possible. So I have, thank you, Northern Herper. I I looked for 2 years for her male, for her the right male for her. Okay, so like I said, for me it's all a patience game, because what the end product that you get is super healthy, super beautiful geckos that you know are great quality and that you know are great geckos that you would be proud to have, but that I would be proud to have for myself, and that I'm proud of to show off to people and be like, yeah, this is what I created. I am I am able to create beautiful geckos and progress this species of gecko. So this is the female ketchup. Let me get the male. Okay, so like I said, I've been looking for the right one for 2 years now. Let's see if he's gonna. Where are you at, little guy? So he's not big enough yet. That's why he's not being bred. Excuse me. But next year, when he is big enough, he will. Now he is not fired up. Okay, not fired up. Ketchup and mustard. See, I hate mustard. Okay, I like honey mustard, but I do not like mustard on anything. Okay, I'm sorry, but so this is. Sorry, he's trying to just stay on me instead of on the ground here or on the table. So this is Juice World. Okay, so he's a phantom quad. You can see how he has the two quad lines. I'm not going to touch him much because I did just get him like a month or two ago, so he is still kind of jumpy. But he has good structure, no spots. That was important to me because Ketchup, she has one spot, but it's on like the tip of her crest right here. Okay, so when he fires up, he's black, like all black. So yeah, he's like brownish right now, but when he fires up, he's all black, and he has. I love just like the emptiness of it. There's a cool pattern as well on the side, and then you can see my stomach and the other side of him as well. So there's a little pattern there, but you can see very little. There's no portholes. There's that very faint quad line there, but I'm hoping with ketchup that will get rid of the quad line or as much as possible, and produce just like black. I love black geckos too. Um, I'm trying to get one just black, black, black. So I'm hoping with ketchup having red or having black in her lineage. That's why it's important to track lineage, so you know what you're getting in the geckos and what you can get out of your geckos. So I'm hoping with them I get some reds and then a lot of blacks as well. So that is a little bit of what Georgia Cresties is cooking up for the 2026. Oh, hold on. I have one more for you. Thank you for sticking in with me. This one I'm really, really excited about. The darker, the more stunning. Yes, Northern Harper. So this pairing is going to be crazy. So, I'm talking about the tricolors and the extreme harlequins, okay? This will be my best pairing to date for extreme harlequin and tricolor, okay? You can quote me on that. So, before, like I said, I had Helios, okay? You remember Helios, the extreme harlequin tricolor, packed, that drippy all the way from the eyeball all the way down, all the way to his butt. That guy, okay, he is going to Galaxy. Okay, now look at Galaxy. Let me get her out. So you already know how much pattern that Helios has, okay? Ooh, yeah. She's partially fired up too, okay? So this is Galaxy. You ready, Northern Herper? This is crazy. Look at that. Look at that. So you have all of that from Helios, and then her. I got her from, what was it? It was Tristan Gecko Junkie? Yeah, Gecko Junkie. Ooh, no, come back. Come here. And then this is the other side of her. Okay? That is the other side of Galaxy. Her dorsal is wild. Yeah, yeah. I mean, very, very wide all the way down. I love how the head stamp is like it goes from like yellow here to white, just white. And then almost no patterning down that dorsal at all, right? And then you have all of this pattern. You have so here you have a little bit of the white over the I would say yellowish orange. When she fully fires up, it's kind of a combination. Thank you, Northern Herb. I appreciate that. So she has the drippy trait too. And so with Helios, I'm going to get those babies extreme Harlequin, all that. Love that orange and yellow in there and that white. Right now it looks yellow, but there is orange up at the top here too. So like this middle is yellow, this top is orange. So very, very nice. She was expensive. I mean, I paid $400 for her when she was a baby. Okay, like I think she was like 15 grams when I got her. So yeah, she has been really nice. A little update. So I took her to the vet recently because I thought this little like her eye right here coming down was a sign of a calcium sac infection. Because I see where it gets like really, really swollen, really, really swollen. And so I was like, nope, not having that. I went to the vet and I went to For Pet's Sake in Atlanta. Yeah, well worth that. Definitely love the pattern running down her legs. Yeah, like I said before, packed with pattern on the legs on all of them. I love having a ton of leg pattern. You'll learn that I love to have a lot of stuff on my geckos, but I mean, look how fully covered that is. There's a little bit there that's not, but like, but yeah. So For Pet's Sake in Atlanta, they're very, very good, and they basically told me that she had a little bruise. So I went in for the emergency vet visit, got to pay, but you know what? $200 for the peace of mind that she is healthy is more worth it to me than $200. Okay, like I would pay that anytime just to make sure that my gecko is okay. They gave me eye drops, so $200 eye drops. But so they just said she's probably just holding her eye in as well and a little bruise. I've gone through everything in her tank. There's nothing to like injure her or anything anymore. I don't know. I mean, I flattened out the plastic from the sides of the tank if one of that like made of damage to her eye or whatever. But so it's a little droopy right there, but it's perfectly fine. It's not swollen. It's not an infection. He looked for that as well. I was like, all right, there's no infection. There's nothing like medically wrong with her or anything. Yeah, yeah. It's actually really funny, Northern Herper, that you bring that up because as you know, the geckos are hydrophobic. Okay, it's Pride Month. Hydrophobic. Okay, we support LGBT over here. Okay, hydrophobic, and so the she just had a boo boo. Yeah, she was just a boo boo. It was nothing wrong with her. So when you put eye drops in, it just sits there. So when you put water on a gecko, it just sits there. It like beads up. So I hold her kind of to the side. So I have her on my head a little bit to the side, and then I drop the eye drops in there, and I let it sit for a few seconds. If she decided to move or whatever, it was fine. As long as it was on her eye for a couple seconds, they said it was fine. Freaky. Yeah. But yeah, so she is beautiful, beautiful gecko. That is going to be the end of the geckos that I show you, unless you're just really digging it. Is there any gecko you want to see in specific? Any type of gecko? Or we can call that a night, because I know next week or next time on the 17th, we're going to be having DJ from Wayne's Geckos here. And, but yeah, so looking forward to having a nice chat with DJ and seeing what he does. But yeah, super glad this lady is all healthy and looking good, because that's what it's all about, is the health of the gecko, right? I love a baby from her. Yeah, I will definitely. You know what? I'm gonna put you as soon as I have a baby available. I mean, it won't be till like the end of next year or 2027, because I'm gonna have to wait to see what they look like to see which ones I want to keep and which ones I want to sell. All right, that's the other trick of it. As patient as you are to get the geckos and to get them to breed and get the babies, you got to be patient when selling the geckos as well, because you can regret a gecko that you sold that then progresses to something amazing. So, yeah, I'll put you on the top of the list, Northern Herper. The first, the first babies that I have available from her and Helios, I will hit you up, and you will be the first one to get a chance at them. All right. So thank you all for being here with me tonight. Uh, I really appreciate you sticking around with me through the technical difficulties. Uh, but we're learning, we're getting through it, and we rose above it. So thank you for being here with me, and I will see all of you on the next episode. Thank you all. Have a good night, and remember to keep it cresty, bestie.